In the aftermath of the perfect storm, a nation reaches out.
Angels have dropped out of the sky. I don't know what else to say. I'm overwhelmed.
Amid so much heartache, the need so great right now. Millions doing their best to battle back and rebuild their lives.
This is a very strong community, and it will be again someday.
This morning, we will show you the simple things the survivors need the most. Supplies, shelter, support, and our love. Now, you can help make a difference. Join our entire ABC family for a day of hope, a day of renewal, a day of giving.
يوم العطاء.
This is a special edition of Good Morning America, a day of giving, with Robin, George, Josh, Sam, and Lara.
And you heard that right. How heartwarming to hear the voice of Robin Roberts right there. She's got a very special message to share with all of us this morning on our day of giving. To see all the star power we have right there as well. Rachel Ray, our ABC family, lining up. Cynthia McFadden, so many here today along with Barbara Walters as we man the phone banks. Call 1-800-HELP-NOW and join us this morning and help the victims of Hurricane Sandy.
We did team up with the Red Cross for this special event, and our day of giving follows a $2 million commitment from Bob Iger, CEO of our parent company, Disney, and half of that went to the Red Cross, and also Ann Sweeney, president of Disney ABC Television Group, who has championed this telethon, which we are putting on this network the entire day. Our ABC programs and cable networks are rallying around hurricane relief right now. And boy, George, once you've been out there in those devastated areas, you go see them.
You know how much they need it. You know why Robin Roberts did not want to miss this.
Yes.
We all miss her so much. You just heard her voice. Now watch her message.
George, it was so difficult for me to follow doctor's orders and stay here at home last week. Like so many, I felt helpless watching all those people, all those families impacted by Sandy. I know what it's like to see your hometown virtually wiped out, because I remember the day after Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, being there in my beloved home state of Mississippi, walking in the rubble. The coastline unrecognizable. Family members were displaced for months. It took over a year for us to get back in the family home. I also vividly remember so many people coming up to me and asking me the same question. Does the rest of the country know? Do they know what happened to us? Does anyone care? And that is why today, this day of giving, is so meaningful. Please, give whatever you can. Any amount is greatly appreciated. If you can't make a donation, please consider giving in other ways. Your time, volunteering, taking a moment to say a prayer, sending positive energy, positive thoughts to all those that have been affected by Sandy. Let them know we care by giving.
والله يا عمي مزبوط. والله إنكم بتعتنوا وبتقدموا.
She wants to be here, especially in this time of need. She would be here for every single person suffering. Yes, she is, and her voice so powerful, and her message so strong.
And you know what can inspire folks to get off their chairs and give like our Robin Roberts. So you can do that today. Incredible stuff coming in. Our partner Samsung has really even stepped up today. Believe it or not, get this. They're going to match dollar for dollar up to $3 million. That's why we need your call today, all day long. When you have a free moment, just make that phone call, because know that your dollar is going to be matched.
And that's the good point. You hear these numbers, and that's a wonderful gift that Samsung has given, but you can do your part too. Any gift, no matter how big, how small, makes a difference. So please pick up those phones and give what you can as we look to take those first steps towards rebuilding.
And while our ABC family and friends are answering the phones right now, I'm going to take a look now.
For hurricane victims, 1-800-HELP-NOW.
Storm victims in the beachfront community of Rockaway, and she's reporting again from there this morning. Good morning, Juju.
Good morning, George. We're in the Rockaways. We're a group of New Yorkers, a group of friends organized online, and they're here distributing hot coffee and donuts, which is about as good as it gets on a bitter cold morning. But you know, George, I've been
هيهم بيقدموا دوناتس وكوفي.
New Jersey and Staten Island and here in the Rockaways. And when you see a disaster of this magnitude, you just know that the need is so staggering. People here need everything from heavy machinery down to baby wipes. So we tried to drill down to the four most important things.
يعني اتبرعوا وقدموا
And you might be surprised at the list we came up
من ماكينات، من أدوات كهربائية، من أدوات منزلية، حتى أكل الأطفال.
For Cody Duran and his sister Mariah, 80 years of family history gone. They're combing through the muddy mess for generations of memories.
This is a Bible, and you know, old yearbooks.
وأنا هلا بدي أروح أدور على أوراقي.
They're ripping already. So 1946. Yeah.
So the most important stuff for us to save is the pictures.
Give me a sense of what this community needs to rebuild.
Garbage bags, cleaning supplies, gloves, water would be really helpful.
I talked to Betty Duffy and her daughter Megan, who weren't so lucky. After the flood came an inferno.
الله أكبر، الله أكبر.
Simple things.
Most of us went out of here with what we had on and maybe one other outfit, and now we come back and we have no clothing, no anything.
It's the really, truly valuable things in there that are invaluable.
The things you can't replace.
In the hardest hit areas, George, what we heard over and over, the most surprising thing they needed was porta potties. People seem to be getting bottled water okay, but when there's no plumbing, it's the one thing people were getting testy about 1 week out from the storm. Two, people want generators. There are literally thousands of homes up and down this shoreline with flooded basements, and the only way to get that water out is through pumps, and so they need generators. On a more personal level, people were asking for flashlights and batteries. That was number 3, because once it gets dark, it's downright spooky. And number 4, people were asking for cleaning supplies. They are in major salvage mode, so they need things like garbage bags and paper towels. But you know, George, I had a chance to talk one-on-one with the FEMA chief, Craig Fugate, yesterday, and he wanted to remind everyone that while it's nice and personal to give and donate goods and food, what people really need at this moment is
what the storm victims really need the most.
Another layer of complexity if you show up with goods. But George, that's why what
بدون كل شيء.
Absolutely right, Gigi. Thanks very much. We want to funnel that money through the Red Cross. That is why all morning long, our ABC family and friends are manning that phone bank right there. Call 1-800-HELP now to donate.
شوفوا اللي بردوا على التلفونات اللي بيطلبوا مساعدة من القناة السابعة.
So much to get to in the wake of Hurricane
ABC.
The aftermath now. As many as 40,000 residents may now need to be relocated as temperatures across the storm
ودرجة الحرارة نزلت.
overnight. And there's a threat now of a winter storm this Wednesday. It's all making this dire situation even worse. Some people even gathering around bonfires in the streets to stay warm. Sam's going to have more on the forecast in just moments.
40,000
million homes and businesses
displaced.
still don't have power. Meanwhile, millions of people
نقلوهم على ما لهمش مطرح يناموا فيه.
threaten to overwhelm the still limited public transit systems and the gas shortage now afflicting the storm.
هلا أجا دور البنزين.
Until late this week, New Jersey has been rationing gas. The good news, 3/4 of stations now have at least some power and gas, and FEMA and the Defense Department are setting up fuel stations. Meanwhile, today is the final frantic day in the race for the White House. Polls show
هذا مش مهم أنا عندي.
within the margin of error in several key states. President Obama